Well, good morning, everyone. It's lovely to be back here. Let me just put myself on spotlight so that you can see my lipstick, my new signature tune for this year. To take ourselves lightly, but to take what we do seriously, I think is a really good motto at the moment. When we take what is happening in the world, which is so chaotic, in a way it's always been happening. The power dynamics play out. Those who have power wield power, and sadly and tragically it's generally in an unconscious way, and to be able to take it lightly of spirit is really important. And we're going to focus on being absolutely present today to the pulse of life within us. And that's not easy when we're surrounded by a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of our own need to feel greedy, because where there's a feeling of things taken away, our automatic reaction is to grab. And so we are countering, in a spiritual sense, that which is very ordinary and typical, and always has been in a world sense. So as we come into this space, we're going to begin by really coming down into this life that we have now in this moment. There's a saying that I've been memorized. It's a Shakespeare saying, and it's something from Hamlet, and it said, "Were I bounded in a nutshell, I could consider myself a king of the universe, were it not for my bad dreams." I could be bounded in a nutshell and consider myself king of the whole universe. Were it not for these bad dreams. And bad dreams, way, way back, now we're going back hundreds of years, Shakespeare understood that it's the bad dreams, it's our ruminations or the what ifs. What if I can't do this? The fear of the future, that which hasn't yet happened, building on stories of the past. Were I bounded in a nutshell, I could consider myself king of the universe. Were it not for these bad dreams. So as we explore the sense of being present in the next 40 minutes, of being kings and queens of this universe, of our own body, of where we are, being fully present. And as we do that, we recognize that those who've had the most positive influence in the world are not necessarily those who've lived long, happy lives, but they have known that they can be fully present as kings of that which they've come to serve in. And that's all we can focus on, not whether we are this party or that party, but to be fully present. So let's come together, sitting comfortably, feeling into this body that we've been created into. We may have taken many other forms over the millennia. Sitting wherever you are in this current form, feeling yourself on the ground, noticing how you're sitting, noticing the nutshell you're sitting in. Were I bounded in this nutshell, which we are bounded in this nutshell, I could consider myself the queen of this universe. Were it not for these bad dreams, where our mind wanders off, what if, what if? Feeling now a slight ease into your breath. noticing this nutshell, this body, however it is, with all its limitations, with all the thoughts going on in this computer mind, which is always working out rights and wrongs, goods and bads. Just recognize this too is part of who we are. Sitting down, dropping further down into your body with a straight back being held behind the soft front. And before we tune in, let's find our pulse, the pulse that has been there since that very early formation of the embryo within the womb of our mothers. You can find it at your neck or in your wrist. And as you explore to find this pulse, imagining that ultrasound that picked up that pulse from 6 weeks in gestation. Notice the quality of your pulse. Is it strong? Is it a bit thready? How fast is it? Is it bounding? Notice it, don't analyze it. My pulse drops very low at night, and if I have my watch on, it's always pinging. Just notice what is happening on your pulse without becoming medical, analytical. Just notice it. Because these are the measurable parameters that we can physically measure. Other parameters are less certain, less quantifiable, but the pulse gives us an indication that we're alive. Just as an amoeba pulses, everything in the creation is pulsing with energy. Just when did your pulse begin? Just notice and imagine back. What's its source? Where did it come from? And how long will this pulse continue? And when the pulse stops, where will we be? How will that energy, the pulse of this energy we live on earth, be carried forward? And just for a moment, rest in the not knowing. Our minds will go to lots of stories. Just for the moment, rest in not knowing. Dropping further down into this present of this moment. The felt sense of the senses that are the outer perimeters of our existence. That which can be felt, seen, touched, smelt, experienced. Notice now your breath. Allowing your breath, is it a little jagged? Is it shallow? Don't judge it, just notice it. And begin to consciously breathe deeper. And as you let out the breath, hold it out, knowing that it will return. Dropping the shoulders, accepting the nutshells that we're in, where I bounded in this nutshell. Just now I am queen of this universe. Notice the bad dreams, were it not for the bad dreams. People that get under our skin, circumstances we can't control. Feel yourself dropping down now into your breath, into your pulse. Loosening your jaw, doing a little bit of jaw yoga, just moving around, feeling the tension and then the release. Because this is the part of the pulse of life. We live with tension, but unless we understand how to release the tension, it goes into the bad dreams from needing to feel we have to control. Bringing our hands now together, rubbing them. Feel the texture between your hands, pressing them into the heart center. For this to be your picture that would last for generations. Become as relaxed as you can, that we may let those who come after us know that we can be queens of this universe, even in a nutshell. Sensing into this moment. And sensing too now into your feelings. Your hands are together. Your stomach may be telling a different story. Your pulse may still be racing, anxious. Just allow these children of ours to sit with us. There is a lot to be anxious about. We honor that. But the lastingness is this posture, straight back, soft front, hands in a grateful posture for simply being alive in this moment. That which goes beyond time and space. Now, as we breathe in, we consciously chant Om Namo, that which is infinite within us. We greet you. Let's breathe in to begin. Om Namo Gurudeva. Om Breathe in, allowing that sound current to connect with all that was, is, and shall be. that in the end love wins. And bringing one hand round to the back, just holding it and stretching over with the other hand over your knee, twisting around gently with your back straight, looking out over your shoulder. Feeling into that sensation of that hold, that posture, that asana. Feel where there's strain. See if you can drop down. Feel where your bum is, where the pressure points are. A few long deep breaths, because as we hold a slightly tense position, we're likely to breathe shallow. Breathe deeply into it. Feel your shoulder blades. Soften your face and release the posture. And moving to the other side. Holding the position, living in this nutshell and observing how our bodies are. What are the muscles doing? If you look and your eyes are turned over the shoulder to look behind you, where's the strain on the eyes? Notice the small things and feel the breath and release down. Now rolling the shoulders together, your hands on your knees, using your breath to power you. Breathing in and round, living in this nutshell. Before the mind takes us off and transports us to the past or the future, just staying in the present of your shoulders moving, releasing the tension that is held there, which is very normal. Just not push that out the door. Honoring the tension, but in a way, this Buddha-like position of a straight back, soft front is big enough to hold the tension and to release it. As a mother cradling a child that's upset and distressed. So we're doing this now with our shoulders, changing direction. And knowing and remembering back to moments in history where you have felt held in times of distress. Until we can do it for ourselves. Now bringing our hands to our shins. Let's do some spinal flexes, moving the spine forward and back. Still holding the posture, this strong posture of this, not trying to be anything, but knowing that that which is within us is much greater than all the constructs that we have made in the world. Sensing, even as the rocking of the base of the spine, that you're holding stability. Using your breath to power you, bringing your shoulders forwards and back. Noticing the temperature of your body, staying fully present in the nutshell. And over to your knees now to get an even bigger stretch. And coming to the center, lifting your shoulders and dropping them. Notice your breath goes with the movement. The more we are able to coordinate our breath So our pulse will also respond. And our whole body and our emotions will begin to trust that which is bigger within us than holding on to the scraps of the stories of the past. Now bringing our legs out in front, wide, shaking them out, giving them a bit of a massage, especially my knees can feel it. Being kind to the parts of us that are maybe a bit compromised, moving your ankles around and your feet, bringing your hands above our heads, linking our thumbs, turning to one leg and stretching down, holding the posture, dropping the shoulders, feeling the stretch along the sciatic, the life nerve, as you flexing your foot if you're able, dropping down and observing, just observing how resistant our bodies are to being held in different postures. And as we release and relax, so our body is able to release and relax and just move slightly more. Bringing your hands up to the top again, stretching up, now down to the front. And keep that observation going as we did with the pulse. Just observe your body, feeling the different stretch that you're doing between your legs, your neck, what's happening to your head, your back, where are your hands falling on the floor, or on a bench if you're sitting on a chair. And bringing them back up again, stretching up, twisting your torso to the other side and stretching down. Consciously release and relax your shoulders, flexing your foot, feel what's happening right along your leg. Embrace it, notice it, and support the parts of us that are more fragile. And bringing your hands back up again. Stretching out, round, holding our arms out and our legs out. Feel the stretch of your fingers as they stretch out, like a starfish, holding your whole space that we've been given to walk erect on earth. And begin to just move your fingers, working out any of that's really good for arthritic fingers, pumping onto your palms of your hand, hitting those meridian points, and start a bit of a breath of fire with it. So you're bringing in all parts of your own orchestra here, being aware of the pulse from the beginning, a stretching of the legs. They're all instruments that we're working with from the very center of our being. Taking a breath in, bringing your hands up to the top and back down through the center point. And we're going to do a set today, which we've done a while back. I remember some of you actually choosing to do it as a 40-day practice. And it's the Healthy Bowel System. I thought with thinking about this nutshell and being grateful for this body that we have, the first part of us which reacts and gives us information is the physical body, and it's the gut. So we have all these gut feelings, we have, we always using the tension of the gut. You think of all the sayings that we have. So we're going to be working from the gut and recognizing that the gut is one of our first points of reference. So with our hands straight out, we're going to do a windmill. So we're going to move one hand down to the opposite leg with the other hand up. Our eyes are open, looking up over that shoulder. We're just going to keep doing that for 1 minute. The same arm on the same leg. Breathing down, out as you go down and in as you go up. So we're twisting the bowel and the gut. Recognizing the bowels of our nutshell. Do it consciously with your breath. And on each time you go down, stay more and more in that nutshell of your body, becoming a queen of that universe, noticing every small movement, just as a mother watches over a baby. Keeping your legs as straight as you can, but noticing what your body is needing. Last few. And now changing to the other side. Find your stability and be the observer, not the judger of your body, but the observer of what's happening in your body. Last few. And coming up to the top, just bending your knees slightly, just to release any tension in your legs. Release your shoulders and give your middle of your feeling into your bowels, into your intestines. Give them a bit of a massage. And at the back, everything is connected from the kidneys, the adrenals, the bowels, the gut. Massaging and honoring these systems that are there to protect us and that we can feel. Now, just flick your knees up a bit, because we're going to go back into the same posture. And this time we're going to do alternate, but as you come down, stay down for a couple of seconds, coming back up, and then to the other side. Stay observing in that nutshell. I think of a walnut shell with all the crevices on the inside, and we scrunch up the shell, we throw it away. But as we observe all these little parts of our body inside this shell, let's be the observer rather than the judger. Last few. Now, stay down on the opposite side for 20 seconds. I'll tell you when to come up. Just hold that position down. Long, deep breaths. Feeling the stretch of your leg, the twist of your gut, your head drop below your heart, the one arm up, behind, your hand on the ankle. Just sense that nutshell. Coming back up and down to the other side, holding it. And coming back up slowly, just release your legs with your hands on your hips. Bending down to sort of sitting and coming back up with a straight back. And come down to lying on your back just for a minute. Let every part of your body feel the surface of the ground beneath you. And the parts that are not touching, just notice how they curve, which parts are touching. There is no separation between us and the earth. But we will return to dust. But not us, for we become the wind. We become so attached. The stories we tell ourselves of who we are. Relaxing down, knowing that one day we will give up these bodies, but just for now we live in this nutshell, not as an echo chamber, but because this is where we are in this body at this time. Now coming back up, slowly release yourself, coming back up into standing without feeling faint. I'm going to now move the guts in another direction. So we're going to have our hands out to the sides again, the feet planted comfortably apart. Stretching one arm over, bringing the other arm down the one leg. And then changing to the other side. Using your breath to power you, breathing out as you go down and hold the stretch. In as you come back up. Feel the pressure points. Where are your feet? How are they positioned? What part of your heel is holding you? What are your toes doing? Becoming queens of these nutshells. So this is where we are confined for this life in this nutshell. Whole series becomes a meditation on our own body, on the bowels of our own beings and our own systems. Last few. Bringing ourselves out again, feeling the stretch of that measure of man, that Da Vinci picture. Holding ourselves to the fullest of who we are within this nutshell, pushing out against the edges with our hands. And release down. And the last exercise is going to be twisting with our arms straight out with our hands in our fists, twisting to each side, keeping your head central. So you're feeling all your guts twisting. Breathing into one side to the left and out to the right. Feeling that swing. Last few. And coming back to the center, let your body show you what it's needing to feel comfortable inside the shell. You may want to feel around your body. You may want to move your hips. Just let yourself feel free. Maybe your lower back is needing a bit of support. Support all the children within us that are crying out for a little bit of support and help. Sensing into this body. You want to stretch out. Maybe do a few pelvic turns, just to release any tension in the lower back. Oh. Do a few breathing outs. Your hands on your hips, your feet hip width apart, and some blowing out. Oh. Oh. Whatever sound feels right to release the sound of the wind from within. That's also a good metaphor, isn't it, for our guts? Release the wind. Coming back down. So sitting or lying? Last few minutes. Coming back to your pulse. See if you can find it. Honor it. The pulse of life, of the whole of creation, of creative energy that was from the beginning. Pulsing through the universe has landed in this body of ours. We pulse along with every other vibration upon this earth and beyond. Tongue to the roof of the mouth, eyes looking up in the head. The picture that you want to leave for the world of this nutshell. Long, deep breaths, honoring the journey that you've done, the person you are. The bad dreams, the stories we tell. If only it were different, but it's not. Notice your face. Is it soft, receptive, accepting? And yet there's the backbone. It's not about giving in or becoming a victim. It's about making a stand for who we really are. And bringing your hands back into prayer mudra. We honor this nutshell, this pulse, this vibration, the elements that allow us to live on earth, the scarcities, but also the abundance, with gratefulness. We are here in this moment of time. And to this we say Satnam. Let's breathe in for 3 Satnams. Nam. Sam. Nam. Sam. Nam. And take a bow to that Satnam, the truth of who we are. Satnam.